Hey, what's up, guys? It's Apollo Uchiha here, back with a new movie. The name of this movie is What If Naruto The Lost Senju in Time? And yeah, guys, it's kind of my original idea as well as an unscripted movie. So, yeah, guys, don't expect any fighting sequence that often, but it's kind of a good story in my opinion. Anyways, if you haven't, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel. And without further ado, let's begin with our story. Our story begins at the regime of the second Hokage, Tobirama Senju. Hashirama had fallen in the battle, but his legacy still continued to live on through his children and grandchildren. His children had three grandchildren for him and Mito, which were none other than Naruto Senju, Tsunade Senju, and Nawaki Senju. Naruto was proficient in sealing techniques and Kenjutsu. He loved using blades because of his Senju heritage, and because it was the main weapon that Uzumaki used in battle. He was inspired by Uzumaki's side of his heritage because of the seals and Fuinjutsu and how you can make any kind of seal you want if you have grip over seals and matrices. He was already a master at Konoha standards and at Uzumaki standards, but he wanted to grow more. He became so engrossed in his research to find the perfect seal to prevent a person from dying that one day he vanished, leaving behind his search and scrolls. His uncle, taking them as a respectful memorial and memory for him, sealed them in the Forbidden Scroll after learning them, because they were a forbidden jutsu, already a double S rank technique, the first ever created by Konoha. He was proud of his nephew's achievements, but now he was sad that he was gone. His comrades and friends always missed him, Koharu, Hamura, Danzo even, and Hiruzen himself. They were his friends, his comrades. And now that he was gone, well, everybody missed him. His family missed him. Time passed and the second war came. Tobirama Senju fell, and he elected Hiruzen Sarutobi as the third Hokage. And during that battle, Dawn also fell, alongside Nawaki, leaving Tsunade all by herself. Heartbroken once again that all of her loved ones were now gone. Not only her family was dead, meaning there were no reason for her to stay, because the village was the sole reminder of the painful memories of her family. She left. And Hiruzen, being her sensei, let her do so because he knew that his student was suffering now at the time. Jiraiya also left to start his own spy network at the time. Time went by and the village got back on tracks after the second war. And the Kyuubi attack happened. After many years, under the regime of the fourth Hokage, Minato Namikaze. His wife Kushina Uzumaki was the second Jinchuriki, and both of them had a daughter, Naruko Uzumaki. And she became the third Jinchuriki, and Hiruzen was now put up against a battle against the whole village council in order to protect her. And as they were now battling in the council chambers with each other, Hiruzen finally managed to make them agree that she was just a child, and if they were able to mold her into a good person, then there was no reason for her to be influenced by Kyuubi, but the people wouldn't listen. And his first fears became true. His own comrades were now up against him as well, fearing for the worst, because it was never done before. The Kyuubi was sealed inside of Uzumaki they knew, but never inside a child before, and the half Uzumaki remind you. So they were afraid, and they didn't want to take any chances. But Hiruzen assured them, and at the end he had to order them around and say that he was the Hokage, and his word was law. And now everyone knew that nobody wanted to anger the professor himself, so they listened, and the meeting was adjourned. Now we see him and Kakashi, the last remaining student of the fourth Hokage, alongside with baby Naruto in a basket. Baby Naruto in a basket. Sensei didn't want this to happen. He wanted her daughter to be reminded as a hero, not as a... I know, Kakashi. What would you do, my friend? We really need you now. After you were gone, Danzo, Koharu, Hamura, they've fallen on the wrong path. I was the only one who stuck to your beliefs. Where are you, Naruto? Hope you're safe. Hiruzen now still believed that his friend was alive. Why? Because his body wasn't found. He thought that maybe he left. Maybe the seal went wrong and he was transported somewhere else. But nobody bothered to check the scrolls. Nobody did. Not even Tobirama Senju himself. And the time went by, and the time came for the graduation. Naruto was the exact replica of her mother. Well, she had her father's quirks here and there, but she was her mother's daughter after all, and was a prankster in her own right. From painting the Hokage monument in broad daylight to, well, pranking the Hanbus themselves and painting their uniform pink. Well, she was a prankster from hell after all. And today she failed the exam again and was sad, but her sensei, Mizuki sensei, told her about a secret test, that if she got a scroll from the Hokage's library, then maybe he will let her pass. So all she had to do was enter her Gigi's office and steal a scroll. What could go wrong? Well, she entered the library and found Hiruzen there and used Oriki no Jutsu and rendered him unconscious. But instead of grabbing the scroll of sealing, she grabbed another scroll, a forbidden scroll, and took it that it might be it and dashed towards the forest at the vantage point. Now, once she arrived there, she waited, and she got impatient. Maybe just a peek won't hurt. Yeah, Mizuki-sensei wouldn't mind. And she opened the scroll. Huh? What's this? All there is some wacky lines and doodles, and nothing else. Why would Mizuki-sensei want this? At the same time, Iruka found her. Naruto, what the hell are you doing? Iruka-sensei, do I pass? What do you mean you pass? Well, Mizuki-sensei told me that if I steal a scroll from Hokage, it will be a test for me to pass. What? As a laughter was heard. Well, what do we have here? A Konoha loyalist and, the demon herself. Demon? No, Mizuki, you know we can't tell her. What do you mean, Iruka? You know, she's the reason why your parents are dead. No, Naruto, don't listen to him. What is going on, Sensei? What does he mean? Doesn't the demon remember? Well, let me refresh your mind. When the Kyuubi attack happened, you were in all your glory, nine-tailed fox form. No, the fourth Hokage killed it. No, he sealed it inside of you. You are the demon, Naruto. And I'm going to do the honors for the village to erase your entirety. He threw a shuriken at her, and some of her blood, with chakra in it, fell on the paper, unknown to her, as she fell back. As Iruka rushed for her help, as Mizuki jumped from the sky with a Fuma shuriken in hand, ready to impale both of them. Naruto was having a breakdown. Iruka was trying to protect her, and Mizuki was trying to kill them both. Time stopped, as in a puff of smoke, a man appeared. What the hell? As he analyzed the situation and unsheathed his sword, a clang sound was heard as Mizuki was thrown back, as both the teacher and the student looked in shock at the man standing in front of them. Or the boy. Who are you, kid? Get out of here. It's strange. You have the Konoha headband, but what's with the attire? I don't remember. the attire being like this. Hmm. Maybe I jumped time. Could be possibility. Hmm. Get out of my way and you won't be harmed, civilian. Because I have to raise a demon. Demon, you say? Where? Behind you. In the child form. As Naruto turned around and looked at the child's terrified eyes, and looked back, I don't see a demon here. But I do see a vicious beast, as both the teacher and the student jolted, afraid of what might the man do. As a sensei on the other side, Mizuki smirked. So you agree with me? Yes, I do. But the demon is not the girl. The demon is you. And as Senju Naruto, it is my duty to protect this village that my grandfather created, and I will eradicate evil, whoever step on it. As Naruto vanished in a blur and arrived behind him, and with a swift cut, he cutted him in two pieces. As Mizuki felt like screaming, but he couldn't. And then another slash. Mizuki was dead. His heart was divided into 4 pieces, alongside his body parts. His body parts fell onto the floor. And suddenly Anbu arrived, gathered around Naruto, and so did Hokage himself. He was shocked to look at the man. That is strange. It seems I have jumped time. Elder, can you tell me which time it is? Or which timeline am I at? It is you. Pardon, but do I know you? It's me, Hiruzen. Hiruzen, as in Hiruzen Sarutobi. Wow, buddy, you look old. I'm guessing from your age that I might have missed a lot of years. So what happened to Uncle? He passed away in the 2nd Great Shinobi War. Wait, 2nd? Damn it. What happened to Mirabachan, the Uzumakis? That clearly isn't one. I can feel it, but where are the rest of them? They too were destroyed. What? By whom? Well, by Kiri, Eva, and Kumo. There is hell to pay. A lot of hell to pay for them. Naruto said as trees started to sprout from underneath him. Everyone guessed he can use the Mokiton. As an Rutanbu agent who was standing there and observing everything vanished. I have to tell this to Danzo-sama. He might want to know. On the other side of the village, in underground basement, Danzo, Koharu, and Hamura were talking. Hiruzen is protecting that child, Danzo. We cannot just turn her into a weapon. You know that. I know. As an Anbu agent, right? Is it important? Yes. You might want to hear it. A man claiming to be Naruto Senju arrived in a puff of smoke from a scroll that was stolen by the Jinchuriki from the Hokage office. It has a Senju emblem on it, and apparently appeared to be a double S rank scroll. More important than the scroll of sealing himself. I see. You can go. The remaining 2 elders had their eyes widened. Seems after all these years he was alive. That bastard has a lot of questions to answer when I get my hands on him. Danzo said. Well, the good thing is, he's alive, Koharu said. Well, that bastard could have at least told us that he was experimenting such dangerous stuff. Well, he was an Fuinjutsu expert, and he was full of surprises. Still, we might want to go and ask him these questions himself. But not now, we have to wait until Hiruzen tells us. Yes, it will be best. Man, I want to go and talk to him, for old time's sake. Yeah, it will be good. Amura and Danzo told each other, and surprisingly, Danzo was smiling. Now, he wasn't a damn bastard like this always. He just fell into darkness after that his best friend died. Right in front of him, the only person who understood him and kept him from going to dark place. Once he was gone, well, you know what happened to Danzo. Oh yeah, the Uchiha massacre hasn't happened yet. but it might happen in the near future. And Sasuke is no more in this fanfic. There is only Satsuki. On to the story. We go back to the Hokage monument, where the Hokage office resided. Near it, inside the office, there was a privacy seal, and Naruto was being watched by Anpu as he was interrogated by Hokage himself. So let me get this straight. You were experimenting on one moment inside your room on a body preserving seal for the future, and you somehow got caught in it by spilling your little bit of blood. Well, that's the gist of it. Naruto, I don't know. Sometimes I know that you're a genius, but on the other side, you're an idiot. You could have informed any one of us. We were devastated once you were gone. We thought you might be. I know. I'm sorry. So, what happened to Tsunade, Naoki? Where are they? I missed them. Well, Namaki, he also fell in the second war. What? You mean he died? Yeah, I'll give you a minute if you want. No, it's fine. He wanted to be a ninja and die one. I guess he got his wish fulfilled. But it was too early. Too early for him to die. Well, what happened to Tsunade? Don't just stop there. She, well, after you were gone, was devastated as well, but Namaki kept her going until she found Dawn. Huh. At least she found love. No, you didn't let me finish, Naruto. Dawn also died in the second war alongside Namaki, and she was the only one left. And she was devastated and lost her path and left the village. What? Where? I don't know. What do you mean you don't know? She was your student, wasn't she? I'm sorry, Naruto, but I don't know. At the time I was sad, and she was sad as well, and devastated, and I didn't think that it was the right decision of mine to just let her stay in the village, which was the constant reminder of her failures, of how she couldn't protect her family, of how her family members died. I see. Can you contact her? I'll write down a letter in my own wording and writing. She will be able to pick it up and understand that I'm back. Are you sure you want to tell her? What do you mean, Hiruzen? I mean, you can always surprise her your way. Well, I would have if the circumstances allowed, but I don't want to anger her now that she has Mito Bachan's strength. If you say that is correct. Yes, indeed. From the looks of it, you have wood release, my friend, as well. So, how about I give you the Senju clan seed as well as some scroll of Hashirama Sensei? Huh. That old man's scroll, huh? It'll be good. I might learn something useful from them. So, do you want to know? I wasn't interested at that time and still am not. Oh, come on. So, what about her? Naruto asked. Hiruzen, you mean Naruto? Well, she's the fourth Hokage's daughter, and the last two Uzumakis as well. Kushina Uzumakis. Kushina. Where have I heard that name? Well, she was the daughter of Kazuha and Yukiho Uzumaki. Kazuha? Yukiho? Man, they were my friends from Uzumaki clan. And friends, well, more like family at least, because they consider me one. So, that means you're going to... Yep, definitely. Oh man, the council's gonna chew me out. What do you mean? Aren't you the Hokage? Grow a backbone, man. What happened to the old Hiruzen? Well, I got an old. But you're still you, come on. Fine, how about this? I'll just give you some seals and place them on your bodies, and they'll make you feel like young and act like a young shinobi in his prime. Can you do that? Yeah, and no smoking for 10 years if you want to preserve your life for more 20 years. Huh, that is quite a good deal, Naruto. I'll look you up on it. You better. Now that we're clear about me being me, where are Danzo, Hamura, Koharu? They have fallen into the wrong path, my friend. Oh no, no, we're not, said some voices in unison from outside the door as the door busted open. Wait, you three? Ah, Hamura, Koharu, Danzo. Wow, you look all old. As Koharu bonked him on the head. You idiot! Come on, Koharu, don't be like that. Why shouldn't I be? Well, I'm sorry? No, you're an idiot, Naruto, you know that? Come on, Danzo, back me up, man. No, I'm gonna back them up on this one, buddy. You were an idiot on doing this. You could have informed any one of us, and we could have been there and might have gotten you out of that seal. Well, what were you doing in that seal for so long? You didn't look like you aged a day. Well, for me, that seal time stopped. And yeah, I was sleeping the whole time. Wow, talk about being lazy. Danzo said, Hey, come on, man, I was just experimenting and it went wrong. Well, it went pretty much bad than wrong if you were stuck for so long. How long was I out? More than 100. More than 50 to 70 years at least, that's what I think. Woo-wee, that's a long time. So, I guess we'll have a lot of catching up to do, huh guys? Yeah, all of them said with a smile. Oh well, now I have to take care of my relative as well, mind you, and yeah, I'll talk to you all later. Oh no, you don't. You're not going anywhere. Not until you have a drink with us, Danzo said. Maybe another time, Danzo. Buddy, I'm gonna take care of the Jinchuriki, because it turns out she's the granddaughter of Kazeha and Yuki Uzumaki, remember? Those two who helped us, the couple? Yeah, why didn't you tell us, Hiruzen? This piece of information. Well, you never bothered to ask. Still a dick, Hiruzen. Still a dick. Danzo said. What did you say, Danzo? Oh, come on, guys, chill out. You're still acting like babies. I can't believe Uncle thought that you might be the good choice for the Hokage. Oh, burn, Danzo said. You take that back. It was in a battle position, and the only other choice and candidate at the time was Danzo. Well, he could have made the good Hokage. You don't know him. After you were gone, he fell into the wrong path. As everything got tense for a moment. Oh, come on, leave it. The past is in the past. The only thing we can do is look in front of the future, said the three in unison. Same old Naruto. Well, I gotta go and eat some ramen. Is there any stand nearby? Yeah, it is. The Ichiraku Ramen on the district shop number 4. Thanks. I'll take the girl over there. See ya. As Naruto left the office, leaving his friends behind. Well, the good thing is he's still the same Naruto, and he's he who he is. 100% guaranteed, said Hamura. So, Hiruzen, we have a lot of things to discuss, I believe. What? You're not going to tell him what we did. We're going to change, or at least try to. And how do you suppose I believe you all? You have our word, Danzo said. You still operate truth, and I'm going to continue on and watch over that idiot and Jinchuriki and the village. I'll be doing the dirty work for the village. You continue on with all the glory and all. I don't need it anymore. And plus, Naruto told you you're stuck at Hokage, and I'm satisfied with that. Well, reason ground. On the other side, Naruto went to Naruto. Hey there, kiddo. My name is Naruto Senju. And it turns out that I'm your relative. Huh? Really? Yeah. I was friends with your grandfather and grandmother. Do you know them? Do you know my parents? Yeah, I kind of found them out who they were, but I never known them, except for the names. And believe me when I say this, I knew your grandfather and grandmother pretty well. Huh. If you know them, you must be their friends, but aren't you a little too young for them to be friends with? Well, it's kind of complicated, kid, and yeah, I'm quite old from what I might appear to seem. I see. If that's what you say, you're not even older than. You're just a little bit older than me. You might be in a tuning class level ninja if I may say so myself. Well, I am a jonin. Huh. You're just bluffing. Hey kid, I'm quite hungry. Is there a ramen stand nearby? The Ichiraku's is the best ramen stand. Yeah, let's go there and we'll talk later. First some ramen time. My treat. You're on, old man. Hey, I'm not that old. You just said you were friends with my grandfather and grandmother, so you're an old man. Naruto ground. But still do you look young though. But you're an old man, as both of them raced to the Ichiraku and devoured 20 bowls each. Wow, old man, you really can eat. I can't believe it. Nobody was even able to come close to me in eating ramen, but we tied. Yeah, girl, where did that all ramen go? Damn it. Is that little stomach some kind of wormhole? No, you two. Who's gonna pay for 40 bowls of ramen? Me. Good sir, how much? That will be 21,000 ryu. That much? Here. Oh man. Hiruzen's gonna kill me once he know that I spent half of my allowance that he gave me on ramen. But then again, there are senju accounts, so yep, I'm good for life. Even if I don't take any missions. Time skip. Naruto and Naruto got to know each other and they bonded. Overnight. Yep, overnight. Next day, the council meeting was called alongside with the civilian council members and the shinobi council members and elders were there who looked quite happy. And so did the Hokage. And I'm proud to present that a member of Senju clan is alive. Due to his own foolishness, he was sealed inside of a scroll over 70 years ago. He's one of our comrades who didn't look he aged a single bit. And from his perspective, he only slept in the scroll. From what I have heard and gathered in the information, there was only one Senju who was such proficient with seals. Yup, Naruto Senju himself. Naruto, you can come in. As Naruto walked in his all glory, he was wearing still the red battle armor underneath black clothing, and gloves similar to that of Madara. His hair was long and blonde. He still had blue eyes and faint whisker marks on his cheek. As he entered, he had a smile on his face. Hello everyone. Nice to meet you all. I'm Naruto Senju. I'm quite old from what I look like. And I hope that I will be a better leader for the Senju clan. You might be an imposter, said one of the civilians. How? How so? Well, you're obviously young, and from what our Hokage claims that you must be 70 to 80 years old. Do I look like that old? No. So, I'm not old. I mean, by age perspective I am, but by appearance and physically and mentally both, I am not. I'm still the same 16 years old me I was the day I sealed myself into that scroll. Prove it. Listen man, I'm getting annoyed by your questioning. And besides, you're just a civilian, and you have no order and right over us shinobis. Come on, Hiruzen. Is this what you have to deal with? My grandfather will be rolling in their graves alongside with my uncle, if you see this. How dare you say that to us? Anbu, arrest him! None of the Anbu moved. Wow, really? You're quite pretentious, aren't you? As Tanzo and the elders were glaring daggers at him. Come on, guys. I mean, you're civilians, and I get it that you're an important part of the village, but all you need to do is maths and economy and stuff. You don't need to worry about shinobi affairs and matters. How so? We are a part of this village. Well, I am a clan head of the senju now. We don't know that you are a senju. We will need some blood samples to test. I'm not ready to trust you that much. But I do trust Hiruzen and his judgment. No, he doesn't need to testify anything. He is our friend and he came out of the same scroll that our friend used many years ago, who was sealed safely inside my vault until our Jinchuriki tried to steal that demon again, huh? You better watch what you say, because the next time you ever said the D word, you're getting a sword straight through your A-hole. It will come out of your mouth and it wouldn't be a pleasant feeling. Are you threatening me, fake senju? Go ahead and do your worst. Enough, Naruto said as two wood spikes roared from the ground and plunged into the man's heart. Sorry, I lost my cool, but that man was just testing my patience. I didn't have to kill him, sorry. As Naruto walked over to him and placed a new seal on his heart. And surprising to everyone, the seal glowed and his heart started to repair itself and started to beat and the wound closed and the man woke up with a gasp. You just killed me! But aren't you alive? It might be that you're just seeing things. Now the civilians were terrified if a man who could use wood release from the first Hokage could be the senju, and they just got into the bad graces of a clan elder and leader. Meaning, now they might have a 90% chance of getting all kicked out of the council. As the new head of the Senju clan, I would like to vote out the civilian council to only remain minor council members so that they only have say in economic values and good welfare of the village, nothing else. And no shinobi affairs are involved in the matter. No matter how critical they are, they will be only dealt with by the Hokage and the Shinobi Council and the elders. No civilian will be involved whatsoever. Hokage is present or not, they are not to strip for more power. I hereby strip them for all of their powers, and the Hokage might grant them their new rights. Who agrees with me raise their hands. The civilian council didn't raise their hands, but the rest of the council did. It has been agreed upon. The Hokage said, "You cannot do this to us." It has been done. You will follow your Hokage's orders or you might get your asses out of the village. You don't belong here if you can't follow a simple order. As everyone gulped, because they knew if they walked out of this village, there is a good chance that the bandits might attack them and kill them. And there is no village to back them up or save them this time. We will take this to the daimyo. Who is the daimyo now? Oh, he's the kid that used to play with you a lot. You mean Kazashi? Damn it. He's grown up to be a daimyo? Wow, I thought he wanted to be a Hokage. Well, he was inspired by me at the time. Remember, we were in the 12 Guardians at one point. Yeah, you, me, and Danzo. Those were the good days. As the now civilian council even gulped even more. You looked after the daimyo Kazuha-sama himself? Well, yeah. Who else would? Now we're screwed all over. Damn it. Us and our big mouths. Yeah, you should have kept them close. Are there any more questions? The Shinobi Council was pleased. And so were the Uchihas, but seeing the distress in Fugaku Uchiha's eyes, Naruto walked over to him and said, "Can we talk after the council meeting?" He gulped and said, "Yes. At your place if it is possible." "It will be done, Senju-sama. You don't have to be so formal, Uchiha Dono." "I see, Senju Dono. Then we'll talk later." And so the meeting progressed, and the civilian council was stripped from its power. Now they were a bitch of council. And later, after the meeting ended, Naruto said goodbye to his fellow friends and went with the Uchiha Matrish towards the Uchiha clan compound. Wow, the Uchiha clan compound is quite far. Well, it's courtesy to Tobirama Senju Sama himself that we're here. Huh. From a strategic point of view, your clan will be safe if a frontal attack ever happened, but it will be at a disadvantage if a back attack ever happened. I have to talk to Hiruzen about this and give you a suitable place to live. That will be quite good for us, thank you. Well, it isn't done yet, so you don't have to thank me. I will talk to him and see what we can do. I promise there will be better conditions though, for you to live. Because it's quite a hassle, even for me to walk so far. We gotten used to it though. Yeah, I guess. And so they talked a little bit here and there until they walked and reached the main house. And some of the Uchiha elders were gathered. Greetings, Senju Dono. For what do we owe the pleasure? Hey, aren't you Kazashi Uchiha? Oh boy, he remembers. Oh man, you gotten old. Yes, I remember you, Naruto. Now, can we go into the business while you're here? Oh man, don't be like that. Weren't we like friends? No, you forced your friendship on me. Oh man, you don't have to be shy. Shut up and just continue with the meeting. Everyone was quite surprised by the outburst from the Uchiha. Well, it took a Senju to tick off an Uchiha. Guess saying was true after all. Well, I'm here so that I just wanted to say that it wasn't your fault. And I promise that I will make the village see this. As everyone's eyes widen. Can you do that? Well, I must end you, and they do believe my words, so if I say so, that the moon is the sun, they might believe it as well, so why not this? People do have blind faith in you Senjus, aren't they? Said, oh come on Kazashi, don't be like that. Just get on with this, Teme. I see. Well, I want to improve the relationship with the Uchihas. Why so? Well, I can see there is tension. I can feel negative emotions from this place. And now that I have wood release, I can sense. What are you guys planning? As everyone was now tense. What do you mean? Kazashi asked as he got in front. Come on, Kazashi. Leave the bullshit out. Kazashi knew that Naruto was serious. What is going on? We were planning a coup. Now everyone was afraid. Why? You do know that there is a good chance that you might lose this coup. Yes, but we are tired of this mistreatment. We are the elder clans, and we are the only ones who created the village alongside you. We were the only ones. There were other clans as well who made this village. Yes, and you might be dragging them and their children into a meaningless fight. Meaningless. We have been taunted, turned away, looked down upon. And I apologize for that. Because of the lack of misjudgment from my elders, I apologize on behalf of all Senjus. An apology is going to cut out. I know. I will improve it with my actions as well. And my first action will be to give you my compound. I'm only one person. I'll move out. You can have it. As everyone guessed, the Senju compound was bigger than the Uchihas. Now you don't have to do that. Well, I am. I'm only a single person living. The rest of the Senju compound is barren, and it's quite haunting to just go there and live. Knowing that my family members, my clan members live there. And now they aren't. You can use that compound as your own, and this as your stock compound or something like that. That'll be good. And what else? Well, how about this? I train one of your Uchihas in Fuinjutsu, sealing, and some of my personal jutsus. That'll be good. How about this? Kadashi asked. What? To solidify this, an alliance between, once again, Senju and Uchiha, how about you marry one of the Uchihas? Who? Who other than the next clan head and the daughter of Fugaku Uchiha, Ichika Uchiha herself. Wait, what? Isn't she quite young? I mean, I don't disagree. You don't look, you have aged both mentally and physically. And you were still stuck in that scroll, so meaning you are still 16 years of age. And my daughter is 18. Huh. But if you look at the other way around, I'm more older than you all and can be considered your elder. Well, you can have a meeting with her if you want, and after that, you can decide. Oh man. Wait, don't I have a say in this? No. You idiot, you don't. Oh, come on, Kadashi, don't be like that. Shut up and sit still. I'll be back with her. As the rest of the elders left, Naruto was now thinking to himself, what did he got himself into? He came here to improve the relations, not to get married off. Time skip. Ichika arrived. Hello Senju-sama, I'm Ichika Uchiha, the next clan head of the Uchiha clan. Ichika-san, you don't have to bow or say Senju-sama, I'm just Naruto. Naruto will be fine. Well, yes, it will be, she said with a smile. Huh. Oh, your smile is pretty. You should smile more often. Naruto said, oh, sorry, I said that out loud. I didn't... No, it's quite nice to hear compliments once in a while, she said, while her cheeks blushed. Huh. She do look cute, though. Sorry, I said that out loud, didn't I? Yes, you have a tendency to say your thoughts out loud, don't you? Well, that's what happened if you try to create seals for 4 to 5 years of your life. As she giggled. Well, I think that we might be fine, just fine, if we are married off. You think so? Don't you think it's repulsive and I'm old? Don't get me wrong, you're beautiful in your own right, and statically, if we look through the age gap, if I am now appearing in appearance, well, I am 16 still, and you're 18. So, is that a matter that I'm 2 years older in both appearance and both mental and physical capacity? No, not at all. Then I don't see why not. I do like you. Wait, what? And now she was blushing more harder than Hinata, but her mangeki activated, as she then yelled, Tsukiyomi! As Naruto was now in a genjutsu. As he fell unconscious after a bit. He didn't suffer anything, he was just fallen into a sleeping genjutsu through Tsukiyomi. Can't believe I said it out loud to him. He was a crush of all my time, even in childhood, and now that I'm marrying him, somehow, thank you, Kami. Well, Ichika was a nerd, and she loved history, and she saw Naruto's picture, colored picture actually, in one of the history books, and she had developed a crush on him at the time. And now that he was real and still didn't age a bit and was in front of her and was now her fiance, she was happy, beyond happy. And her younger sister Sayuri and her twin brother Sasuke, well, they were happy as well. And after they met with Naruto, Sasuke looked up to Naruto more than Ichika herself, because Sasuke always wanted a brother figure, and now he had one. And the Uchiha's tension between the village decreased, and the Uchihas moved into the Senju compound. The council member questioned it, but Naruto said it was okay, he was only one person. And surely it was time for Tsunade to return, and there was a huge stomping heard, as Naruto and the elders were having fun at the Hokage Tower. I feel disturbance in the force. Oh boy, she's arrived, isn't she? Naruto said. Well, be prepared, Naruto, for a beating. As stomping got worse, and then yelling came. Yelling of a woman, and then punches, and then the door hinges broken. Hey Tsunade-chan, how have you been? Nee-chan, we have a lot of things to discuss. After a proper beating to Naruto, Naruto was on the ground twitching, and Tsunade was healing him. Matakan, I can't believe you were stupid enough to seal yourself in a scroll. At the same time, genius enough to don't die. I don't know. Should I kill you or thank Kami that you survived? Can you don't kill me now? Why? Well, I do have a fiance. Fiance? Who? Tsunade asked. And why am I hearing this now? Well, her name is Ichika Uchiha. Ichika, the daughter of Fugaku Uchiha, the next clan head, right? If I'm not wrong. Yes? Yeah, the same one. As Tsunade had disgusted face. Cannot believe my Nissan is a pervert. Oh boy, I can't believe Jiraiya's rubbed off on you as well. Hey, Jiraiya-chan didn't do anything. Jiraiya-chan? Was he here before? Well, yeah, he came here and took Naruto-chan away for 3 years to train her. And Naruto-chan, what is going on? After Naruto explained that he took in Naruto, the daughter of 4th Hokage, and Kushina Uzumaki, their cousin, and that Naruto and Naruto became close as siblings as well. Tsunade was jealous at that part, but that is slight because she wasn't going to get herself, the Sanin, be known as a jealous person who was jealous of a kid. And Naruto continued on with that Naruto trained her in Kenjutsu and gave her a sword of her own and trained her in sealing jutsu, and she became a seal master from Uzumaki standards as well, even though she didn't have brains for it. And he helps her befriend the Kyuubi because at the time the Kyuubi was sealed inside of Mito, Naruto let it free from the worst seal and let it roam around in her mindscape freely. And Kyuubi and Naruto would talk often in front of Mito, obviously, and Mito was happy that the BG was opening up, and in a good way. And same could be said for Kushina, because at the time Naruto was disappeared, Kyuubi was sad and didn't talk to Mito. And that is why Mito prepared a strong seal, because it feared that Kyuubi's hatred might return. And not only that, the seal was good for Kyuubi as well. It didn't have nails in its tails. That's what's good part, right? And the third seal was good as well. After Kyuubi met with Naruto, his old friend, they catch up and Kyuubi was mad at Naruto for doing something so stupid. And now Naruto finally found out that Naruto was quite old. He really was an old man in young man's skin. And that it was friends with the Kyuubi. And after that, Naruto broke the seal, and Naruto was afraid, but slowly but surely, she also developed a friendship with Kurama. More like a big brother and younger sister, Kurama looked out for Naruto whenever he can. And he met with his parents, and Naruto met with Kushina. And after she heard about her parents more and how Naruto knew them, she was happy and thankful that Naruto took her in. And Minato was a complete fanboy of Naruto because he was sealing his part as well. When he met him, he wanted an autograph, but Naruto told him that it was a mindscape and they couldn't. And after talking and peacefully talking between family, Naruto let them have their moments before they disappeared. And then Jiraiya arrived. After Jiraiya got over his shock over Naruto being revived and his big brother being back, well, Jiraiya looked out to Naruto as well, but he was a pervert. That was the only difference here. Jiraiya agreed to that he should fulfill his godfather's duty and told Naruto that he was his godfather. After a hell of week of pranks from Naruto finally forgave Jiraiya, and both of them went for a 3-year training trip at Mount Miyaboku to learn senjutsu, and so that Jiraiya could finish his senjutsu training as well. Because he didn't want his big brother to think that he was a damn pussy who got out of training in shortcut. Naruto met with the elders of Toads as well, and the Toad sages as well, and Naruto finally thought that it was time to meet his own summon, the legendary dragon king Gilgamesh. Naruto summoned him. "Who dares to summon me?" he said. "Oh, come on, Gal. Aren't you going to recognize your old friend?" Gilgamesh looked down towards the human who had summoned him with narrowed eyes. Is this some kind of sick joke? Oh, come on, it's still me. Prove it. Naruto whispered something into his ear as Gilgamesh blushed, which appears to be a blush, as it scratched his face and said, Fine, I do believe you, brat. Huh, you really are alive. You sick bastard. You somehow survived the worst fate of being trapped inside a seal forever. Well, I have Naruko-chan to thank for that. She isn't here yet, so how have you been? What do you mean, how have I been? I've been sleeping for many years, until you disrupt me. Now I've woken up. I might be awake for 1,000 years more. Stupid brat. I only took a nap for 100 years and I wake up and see this brat back again. Don't be like that. Well, if there's nothing more, I'll be leaving. I have a lot of catching up to do, and a lot of stretching to do. Yeah, see ya. As in a huge puff of smoke, it disappeared. Naruto, with the help of his fiancée, developed a good relation between Uchihas and the villagers. The villagers now completely respected and trusted the Uchihas and the Uchiha police force. The Uchihas were thankful for this and were happy that the Uchiha Senju alliance was back on and between marriage this time. And both of the participants in the marriage were in love with them. And Tsunade firstly rejected the idea but then became happy when Naruto asked her to be the godmother and be there to deliver a child if they have one. And the time came for the Akatsuki to take action. Now they knew about Naruto's existence and Madara was, to be honest, quite annoyed by this because the only person who Madara didn't hurt was Naruto because he was his godfather and he didn't want it to hurt his godson like that. Even when Madara betrayed Konoha and Hashirama, his last words to Hashirama were that tell Naruto that it was only a sparring match and I had a heart attack and I'm sorry I won't be there to him. These were the last words because Madara, after his brothers and family died, saw his family and brother inside Naruto, a son he never had. That is why he had huge respect for Naruto. After that, he tried to rethink of his plans. Well, there were no Obito. Obito died, so yeah, Madara took over Obito's body and continued on with his eye plan. As in canon, but a little bit different canon. I cannot attack the village now. And I don't want the Jinchuriki because it's close to him. Let's think this straight. If the chakra runs out, then what will be powering the Moon Eye plan? Unless he captured Zetsu in a infinite Tsukiyomi and tortured him for 48 days straight. After that, Zetsu finally spilled the beans that it was to revive his mother. And truth to be told, Madara was pissed of being used. I could have stayed there and helped them. Damn it, I feel like an ass now. Well, after that, he killed off Zetsu and disbanded the whole organization, telling them that it was Zetsu who manipulated them into doing or destroying their own world. Many of them who didn't care were killed off, but who cared just went their own way. And finally, Yahiko was buried down and Konan and Nagato got together. As with the help of Orochimaru a little bit, Madara got into his prime back, his original body. And back in Konoha, 3 years has been passed and Naruto returned as a good young woman. And was now going to attend her big brother's marriage. And at the marriage ceremony, she saw Sasuke and fell in love with him. Well, now they were going to marry as well, but not now. First they have to date. And Sayuri, she had a crush on Naruto as well, but she respected Ichika and didn't want it to be the one who destroyed her sister's happiness. and Ichika didn't want it to share. So yeah, Sayuri backed off and was heartbroken until she met Kiba, and they hit it off as well. The Hyugas weren't happy about this, but they couldn't do anything. But Naruto assured them that it was just an alliance and that they are all part of a village, so there is not a reason to be in such suspiciousness. They weren't suspicious of the Senju, they were suspicious of the Uchiha. What might they be planning now? But Naruto reassured them that it wasn't a plan. The life went on, time skip happened, and Naruto, after many convincing from the elders, became the next Hokage, and under his regime the village prospered a lot. There was no threat until Kara appeared. Naruto fought them head on and defeated many members of Kara. Also, Kage Otsutsuki was freed by them and was defeated to the ground. After the Sage of the Six Paths powered him with both the Rinnegan and Asura's powers, making him a full Otsutsuki. Naruto, having years of battle experience and a full Otsutsuki now, became rival to the Otsutsuki king and battled him, and they ended up in a tie. Naruto, at the end, managed to win with the help of his food release. Now that the king was defeated and lying on the ground, he asked, "Now that I'm lost, finish the job. Become the new king." "Man, I don't want to be the king." "Then why? Why do you fight so hard? To protect what's important for me. I'm the leader of my village. Similar to you, you are the leader of your clan. You should cherish them. Make them prosper. Not go on other planets and destroy their life forms." "I see. So you're saying that I should cherish my people because I'm their king, and they just shouldn't fear me and worship me." "Yes. Respect is not given, it's earned. You have to earn their respect. I didn't kill any of them. I just beat them to the ground and sealed them inside the scroll. Here." Naruto unleashed the scroll and they were chained and tied, all sitting there. "King-sama, are you okay?" said Kaguya Suzuki. Don't worry, Kaguya-chan, they aren't hurt. Any one of you aren't. I just defeated you because you wanted to hurt the people who are precious to me, that's all." "Shut up, you're in presence of our king." "Well, I defeated him." "Impossible. He's saying the truth." "Meaning then he's the new king?" "No, I'm not. He is your king." "I'm confused. What is going on here?" said Ishiki. "Well, I defeated him, but I'm not your king. He is still your king. I don't want the title of the king." "But it is compulsory. You're a Otsutsuki as well now. Now that you defeated him, you are the king." "Look, I don't want to be the king. I just want to live my life peacefully. You can do that the same way. Go ahead, travel, find the one you love, settle down, have a family. Then you'll know what's so important and why am I so strong and what is so precious to me that I fight for it." "I see. Thank you, my friend. And as the king of the Otsutsuki, I hereby order all the Otsutsukis to stay away from any kind of life form or don't harm any life form at all." "Thank you." And true to his word, the Otsutsuki king earned the respect of the Otsutsuki clan and turned a new leaf, as did the whole Otsutsuki clan. They were now not the power-hungry clan, they were now peaceful clan who protected the galaxy, and they were respected by many species and planets, Naruto and the Earth included. The whole elemental nations saw Naruto as Enigma, who defeated the Otsutsuki, the clan of the Sage of the Sixth Path, the strongest man, the second coming of the Sage of the Sixth Path himself, and wished to follow him, but due to their hatred, they couldn't. But Naruto, after meeting them, inspired them, and they turned over a new leaf as well. Oniki did, Kumo did, Kiri did, the Akatsuki did, and Madara finally came to Naruto inside his office one night, and they had a heart-to-heart, and Naruto forgave him for whatever he did. And Madara was happy. He shed some happy tears and became a part of his family again, his life again. And that is the story of Naruto Senju, the lost senju in time. As this is where I'm going to be leaving the story of, guys. I hope you like this one, and if you do, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel. As this is Apollo Uchiha, and I'm signing out. Peace. And yeah, guys, I completely forgot. If you have any kind of suggestion towards movies or series that you want me to make, like my own series, by my, my own, as in my own idea, please comment down below and suggest me some cool ideas. As this is